the increase in the blood pressure medication, and it does something to the kidneys.
Actually, did you ever reach her about blood work and the hydrochlorothiazide, the diuretic she was interested in?
No, it isn't.
Oh, is that the one she was interested? Because she didn't tell us.
She did mention it was a hydrochlorothiazide,
Oh,
which
okay.
is a blood pressure pill that's a diuretic, which is tight flexion. So we just give it a little bit of a squeeze.
Ow.
A little bit of a squeeze.
Yeah.
He's putting on a show.
Those things I haven't bet in a long time.
It should, in that part of that, and even this range of motion will help with the swelling. So just 5 to 10 times. And then I go to the wrist, and the wrist has full range of motion. The wrist goes 2 directions, so it's got the flexion and extension, and he's got full range of motion, but it probably feels good to do that. And then the next way it goes is it's ulnar and radial deviation, which is the queen wave. Exactly. So the fingers are only flexion and extension. The wrist is flexion, extension, and ulnar and radial deviation. This is radial. This is ulnar. Okay. Then we go to the forearm, and it does what we call pronation and supination. So it's just the rotation. So the elbow stays still, so that you're getting. You have the radius here, and the ulnar here, and you're just rotating one over the other one. So it's palm up and palm down, keeping the elbow stabilized. Just again, 5 to 10 times. The only thing that's been tight so far are the fingers. Then we go to the elbow, and it only does flexion, which is normal, and extension, which is normal. And I'm supporting him in the hand here and the elbow, because if I didn't support the hand, you would just drop.
Okay.
And it's got to feel good to move.
It does.
So I'm gonna right from this one, and it not fast. You can go at the pace I just went, a little slower, but not faster than that. I still have his elbow cupped here, and then now we're already at the shoulder, and we're gonna start with rotation. So we're gonna into the stomach and out. So it looks like the hand and the is moving, but it's really the shoulder that's getting the rotation. So you rotate into the stomach, and I stop here because that's where it stops. He doesn't rotate out anymore.
Okay.
And that's normal, and you can feel it for yourself. So here, and then mine only goes a little bit beyond that. So that's the rotation. And there's a little tight on the external rotation, but it's already better after a few reps. Again, I'm supporting the elbow. I don't want him to get a lot of friction against the wheelchair. Now, the shoulder, that's the rotation, internal, external rotation. And then it does flexion, which he has full flexion, but he hasn't gone up here in a while. So that's gonna, probably the only time you do that is when you probably dress him and bathe him, but you probably don't go to end range of motion. End range of motion for flexion would be a straight line. So normal range of motion would be a straight line here for flexion and for abduction. And that's a little tight, because that's definitely a motion that you don't go into that often. You okay?
Yeah, it feels tight.
It is a little tight. And you don't need, the big thing about keeping this range of motion is for hygiene. He doesn't have increased tone, so, you know, he's pretty loose. So he just needs this done once, twice a day. And then, again, you'll see as time goes on which ones are tight and which ones are not. So that's flexion. This one he's tighter in, and this is abduction. It's the bird, snow angel. You feel that?
Yeah.
So that's adduction, and that's not tight. And this is abduction. You okay?
Yeah.
And I can do the other arm if you guys want to see me do the other arm, or one of you guys can do the other arm. There's one more.
Okay.
This is called a horizontal abduction and adduction. So you're just going to go across here. And then,
Oh.
you feel that, huh? It just opens up the chest a little bit. So it's a shoulder tap. Trying to get the elbow across. And then it goes all the way out here. And a shoulder tap. You feel that?
Yeah. Hasn't done that in a while.
Okay. So, you tell me what you want me to do. And that's got to feel good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that feels good.
Oh, God.
Just hold it a little bit. And then you can come out of it.
That stretches the back of the knee?
This stretches the back of the calf.
the
It's a
calf.
calf stretch.
Oh, okay.
And it's already better, the second one. So I thought you would have heard about that one.
No, was that recent?
Yeah, that happened over the last week. So it happened, happened I think at least last week.
We were watching a lot of that Derek Chauvin trial stuff.
Oh, the Chauvin, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I can't even watch the video.
You know, the thing is that they're probably gonna let him go off anyways.
His wife had to divorce him. She was Asian, like from Thailand or something like that.
The evidence is so damning, and I'm like, they're gonna let him off because he's a cop.
No, I don't think
No, I
this
don't think
time.
so.
Not this time.
Not this one.
See what's gonna happen.
Easier, right?
Yeah.
It's much more difficult for nurses to give time than for me
I know.
because they get called.
The holy heck is hard to plan over around.
Unfortunately, Pauline is here all the time, so she's probably one of the easy patients that she feels that she
Yeah,
can move
flexible
around.
with us. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some patients that only have caregivers certain times a day, open the door and stuff. Good. So that's the flexion. So here, I'm getting the flexion and the extension of the knee and the flexion and the extension of the hip at the same time. And the way I'm holding the foot, I also get a little bit of a stretch of the ankle. So the next one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring him back out, and now I'm gonna do the rotation of the hip. So I'm gonna keep him bent like this, and I'm gonna use that as my leverage to just rotate the hip a little bit. So he's not really tight in this leg at all. But because you're not moving it in full range of motion, I think you really could benefit from someone doing this. it normally wouldn't take this long. It's just taking longer today because we're talking about it. But it's really no more than 5 minutes each extremity. So that's the rotation. There's 2 more on this leg. So you've got the adduction and the abduction, but this one will stop here because we have the blocks here, the thigh. So we'll go all the way across and all the way out until we hit the block. And how does that feel?
That's good.
Yeah, the last one's the one that's gonna feel the stretch in you. So this doesn't kick in any spasms?
Not yet.
Yeah, it used to, I think.
You remember when we first met and I
week,
tried to show you guys stretching.
I think the muscles are still trying to figure out
What
what's
to do.
going on. Yeah. They've given up.
So this is the last one, and this one,
Oh God.
this is the hamstring.
Holy smokes.
So,
Oh.
and if you really want to stretch, you bring this one down.
Oh.
See, uncle.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna let him down a little bit.
Wow. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that one's the toughest one. I saved that one for the last. But people love it, especially after. So you just, I'm resting, for my height, it works out that I'm resting my elbow on my hip here and I'm just sitting here. I'm trying to get his knee straight. I don't even have to do the foot because he already feels it. You feel it in the back of your thigh?
Yeah.
And those are really tight. Breathe.
Oh.
No? And that one, 3 is usually. We'll try one more.
Okay.
Do you want me to do your other leg? Or you want someone to try?
Oh no. They gotta get a feel for it at least.
Well, I can do the other leg and someone can do this leg again.
Oh God, no.
And this one is tight.
Oh God. Yeah, it really feels it.
Okay. Okay, who wants this leg? I'll do this one and
Finally, your turn.
step up.
Okay.
Okay, so again, I'll start with the heel. So I got him up here. I'm gonna cup the heel in my palm. I'm gonna let his foot rest on my forearm. So the knee should be a little extended. Good. And then I'm gonna just lean my body weight in. Do you feel it?
Yeah. Not so much of this one, but you already
I already stretched you out a few times on that side.
warmed up from there.
How long are we supposed to hold this?
Whatever he can tolerate. Some of the stretches where he's really feeling it, you can hold it more close to
This one I
20,
don't feel it so much.
more to 20, but it depends how tight it is. Like that hamstring one, I would hold for 20, but he didn't look like he could tolerate it. A count of 20.
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah. It's usually this one I hold, and on that one, just that one and the hamstring one, you can hold a little bit longer. The rest of them, he wasn't tight. You can just go in and out of those really slowly. And then I come out of it, and then I go into it again. Okay. And then right into that, I got under, I'm under where his calf is, and I'm gonna just give him a deep knee bend. So again, we're getting a hip flexion and breathe, and knee flexion.
Like that?
Yeah.
Want them both up at the same time?
No.
You wanna get a picture of that, Paul? Look at how happy he is. God, that stretching feels good.
Yeah, it does.
I would love someone to stretch me.
It's like a bicycle.
Yeah. Yeah,
And you can really lean into it. As much as that knee goes into the chest, you can do it.
Feel that?
Nah, you could really lean into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more like it.
And so when you're doing that, this one tightens up. You wouldn't even let me bend this one.
That's getting better. Oh, God.
Should help with his bowels too.
That's what he needs.
See, you know you're getting a good stretch. Look at that face. And it's definitely better.
Oh,
Whatever you say.
wow, yeah, that's better.
So, and then I go right into the rotation of the hip. So I get him, but it's about 90-90.
Uh-huh.
And then I do the rotation of the hip. And this isn't tight. But even though it's not tight, you just go nice and slow. Oh, we can do it together.
Sure.
Well, this just got weird.
I think this is a dance move. But that's the rotation of the hips. Good. And then it's so for the adduction, abduction, so I try and cross over the body as much as I can to get the adduction. And then you'll be blocked by the plate here. So you get under the knee supported.
Okay.
Put that down so you can do that one.
That way.
Yep.
And that way.
And the last one is that hamstring one.
Oh,
Well, that's the fun one.
Yeah.
here we go.
Here you go and do it.
Yeah, you got it.
So sometimes, so honestly, you could probably get him a hamstring stretch with him straight here and go like this. But all you need to do is get under here and just you gotta make the knee straight. We don't want to do both sides at the same time. Tell me when.
Yeah, that's kind of there.
Okay, and then if you can, you just sit there. If you can hold 20, you know, and you can feel how tight it is. I mean, he's really tight back there. I'll let you do that one side. Keep that knee straight.
Now you can go higher.
Yeah. Get the knee straight
Okay.
though. There
There
you
we
go. There you go. You got it. You've got the face.
That's rock hard right there.
Yeah.
That's tight. Okay.
Let me finish this guy. And that's it. I'll finish this one. And again, I try and use my body so much more than my arms and that's not, my back isn't working too hard. Tell me when.
Okay.
Just one more. Tell me when. More?
That's good.